Muting the fan noise. This is my SunGoldPower parallel solar inverter model SPH6548P. This can provide up to 6.5 kilowatts of power on a 48 volt system. It is paired with 2400 watts of solar panels and 304 amp hour 48 volt battery. This completely powers my shop. It can be configured to use mains power or power from a generator, but I only have it using the solar and the battery for a completely off-grid configuration. The screen here is really busy, and there are 8 pages to this screen and 5 sections covering the PV, battery, AC input, load, and some general information such as date and time. Page 1 covers voltages. Note that when the PV voltage is going to 0, that is because there are 2 MPPT charge controllers, and I only have one string connected, so the other string is reporting 0. Note that the 120 degree voltage indicator is that for one leg. The 2 legs are both producing 120 volts and 180 degrees out of phase. The bottom portion of the screen is for general information, and page 1 shows the time and page 2 shows the date. It is also used to show the parameters that can be configured. There are 80 separate parameters that can be configured in this machine, but don't worry, I only needed to make adjustments to a couple of them. Page 2 provided information on the input currents, and page 3 shows the input powers. Page 4 is on the generation for the day, and page 5 gives temperatures for the PV heatsink and the battery heatsink temperatures and the mains frequency. Page 6 talks about the rated open circuit voltage and the rated battery voltages and bus voltages, and page 7 talks about the maximum PV charge current and maximum battery charge current there. Page 8 provides the total output apparent frequency. This unit will provide more than enough power for my shop. I plan to install a manual transfer switch in my house so that I can use this system as emergency backup for my home for when I have an outage. I like that this system is expandable. You can have up to 6 of these units connected in parallel to provide power, or 3 or 6 units could be configured to provide 3-phase power if that happens to be your need in a shop. I went back and looked at the maximum power draw for my house this winter, and it was less than 18 kilowatts at its peak, and that was for less than 20 minutes. So 3 of these units could easily handle my house. However, if I was going to do that, I probably would have opted for a pair of the 10K units that SunGoldPower has. I can't say just how pleased I am with this unit. It worked right out of the box. The only parameters I changed had to do with the battery communication so that the battery that I bought and it would work together. Since the system is expandable, I may in the future buy another unit and another battery so that I can charge my electric car, thus only using solar power to power my car. All in all, I think this was a great purchase for me, and I'm looking forward to years of service. Thank you for watching.